and welcome back. As a women's health specialist, I'm always talking to patients about the two things that are most likely to kill them. 1 in 5 women will die of heart disease, and 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. These are just sobering facts. When it comes to cardiovascular disease, 800,000 people will have a heart attack this year alone, and 700,000 will have a stroke. Every 4 minutes, someone dies of a stroke. And if they don't die, strokes are the leading cause of long-term disability and the third leading cause of death, right behind heart attacks and cancer. Did you know that 90% of cardiologists report no formal nutrition education in their fellowship? 59% said they had none in residency, and 33% said they had none in medical school. Matter of fact, only 8% consider themselves to be experts in nutrition, even though 100% of them feel nutrition is important in the prevention of cardiovascular disease. Poor diet is the #1 risk factor for death and disease. Every 40 seconds, someone dies of a preventable death from heart disease. What if I told you that I could reduce your risk by 80%? Do I have your attention now? Lifestyle modifications like nutrition, exercise, not smoking, moderating alcohol intake, and keeping a normal body fat percentage reduce your risk by 80%. That far outweighs the success of any pill, potion, or injection. Your heart weighs 200 to 400 grams, but it uses more ATP daily than any other organ in your body. Your heart pumps upwards of 7,000 liters of blood per day in an average-sized person. It's doing an incredible amount of work, so let's talk about some hacks for your heart. #1, nutrition. This always comes first. Reducing the consumption of inflammatory vegetable oils, refined flours, and sugars in your diet is the most impactful thing you can do right now to help reduce your risk. #2, exercise. Moving your body can reduce your risk by more than 23%, and I'm not even talking about the intensity. Just walking at a pace of 2.0 to 2.9 miles per hour for 30 minutes multiple times per week has been shown in studies to be beneficial. Exercise downregulates your sympathetic nervous system, enhances your vagal tone, and improves heart rate variability. #3, vitamin D. It is one of the only supplements that I truly recommend for almost every single patient. Levels of vitamin D are inversely associated with metabolic disease. Get your levels checked and start supplementing if you need to. I also recommend taking vitamin D3 with K2. Adding K2 helps keep the calcium in your bones and out of your arteries. And of course, get natural sunlight to help your vitamin D production. #4, vinegar. Did you know that acetic acid delays carb absorption? That's right. Consuming vinegar before your meals reduces postprandial glucose levels by 25 to 35%, and it helps increase satiety. #5, fish oil. Consuming 1 to 4 grams per day is good for your heart, and it's helpful for reducing inflammation. Fish, like salmon, are high in omega-3 fatty acids, and we need more of these in our diet. It's always safer to get these from a real, whole food source, as the studies on fish oil supplements are really sad. Americans spend $1 billion a year on fish oil supplements, and some don't contain what they say they contain. These fats are also prone to oxidative degradation, making fish oil supplements the most labile supplement on the market. #6, nuts. These contain arginine, magnesium, folate, omega-3s, soluble fiber, plant sterols, and vitamin E. Be cautious about the calorie density because nuts can be helpful in lowering your fasting glucose, systolic blood pressure, and inflammatory markers. They're very nutrient dense. #7, cinnamon. A study done comparing placebo, 1 gram, 3 gram versus 6 grams per day for 40 days showed a dose-response relationship by reducing glucose levels up to 29%. Some studies have not replicated this data, but an interesting rat study showed that cinnamon was protective to the brain mitochondria. #8, alpha lipoic acid. Another great antioxidant. It's found in all human cells, and it's made inside of our mitochondria. Supplementing with 400 grams per day reduces oxidative stress and improves HDL cholesterol. The best food sources are red meat and organ meats, broccoli, tomatoes, spinach, and Brussels sprouts. #9, stress reduction. Did you know that being angry increases your risk for a heart attack? That's right. Studies show a dose-response relationship with emotional vitality. So don't worry, be happy. Number 10, beetroot juice. Beets contain nitrates that help with vasodilation when your body converts them into nitric oxide. Consuming 2 to 4 ounces per day can be helpful at improving blood flow and reducing blood pressure. You can eat beets too, but cooking them reduces the nitrates, so you'll have to eat them raw. Number 11, red yeast rice. This contains monoclin K, the same ingredient in the prescription cholesterol-lowering drug lovastatin. This is a dietary staple in Asia and has been used in traditional Chinese medicine. It comes with many of the precautions that statins do, including risk of renal failure if the supplement contains contaminants. So be careful about your sourcing. Number 12, artichoke leek. Studies are mixed, but some show improvement in cholesterol, less oxidation of LDL, and that it improves endothelial function. Number 13, garlic. Garlic works on inhibiting enzymes involved in cholesterol synthesis, decreases platelet aggregation, and therefore works as an anticoagulant. It also works as an antioxidant. Studies are mixed, but it's easy to add garlic to many of your dishes. Number 14, CoQ10. This helps provide energy to your cells, including your heart. It also works as an antioxidant, protecting our cells from free radicals and oxidative stress. Typical daily dose is 100 to 200 milligrams per day. If you want the most bioavailable form, eat organ meats like liver and heart. Number 15, D-ribose. Several studies have shown that D-ribose improves heart function in those with cardiovascular disease. D-ribose helps improve blood flow in the coronary arteries. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's hacks for your heart. Feel free to comment below and ask your questions. Like this video, share it with anybody that you think would have interest in watching it. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notifications so you can see the future content.